Hi, hello, and welcome to Bulela podcast. I am your host, Inutu Mubanga, and this week I have an album review or reaction if you like it. I'm reacting to Tasila Mwale's latest project. It's called Fabricated Stories. I had listened to it and I cannot tell you how much I am impressed and drawn into the work and into the project. You will notice that I have recently interviewed her for my podcast, Bulela podcast. A link will pop up here or you can check the description box. Okay, it's important that you listen to the interview as well, go and listen to the album, as well as take a moment to hear or listen to or watch this reaction video. So Tasila Mwale has been making music for a while. In case you don't know, then my interview with her on Bulela podcast is ideal. It's kind of perfect because then you can get more insight in her as an artist as well as her overall career, and more importantly this project. I'm going to give you my perceptions, my views, what I think. Here at Bulela podcast, personally, because of the content that I put out, it's all focused on music. It's focused on music by artists in Zambia, from Zambia, and it was really, really refreshing to listen to Cecila's album, Fabricated Stories. The sound reminded me just how rich our sound is musically in Zambia, drawing from traditional aspects, drawing from, the percussions, and she delivers it so well, even if you were not particularly like a fan, or you were really aware, or it's a sound or a style of music that you would think, okay, I'm gonna have on my playlist. No, she draws you in. I'm thinking it's perfect for if somebody wants to make a future documentary or something. I have like these views in my mind. Oh, it's just so beautifully put together. The beat, Tasila, really, she really uses her voice, and it works so well. It works so well as a as a lover of music. I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate the work. And I listened to it. I didn't listen to it once. I listened to it twice. I just kept listening to it, and I said to myself, this woman should have given us more music. And I personally cannot wait for the follow-up or the continuation, or I don't know what else she has in store for us, but really, like, it was like a taste, like a really, like if it's something that you love to eat or you're tasting for the first time, and it's just so rich, so delightful to the earbuds. I want to say taste buds, but yeah, you get what I mean. Like, it makes you want to hear more. It's going to make you want to hear more, and because we don't have more yet, you're going to keep on playing this and streaming it. You're going to want to talk to your friends about it. It's not like the mainstream pop, Afro pop beat that we have, that everybody's doing, or like the typical beat that Zambian artists are making, the one that you're like, yeah, we're in the club and we're dancing and we're enjoying. No. You will listen to it, you will love it. Yes, you want to dance, but not in a pop in the club sort of way. Although even if it was played in the club, it's not a bad thing. But it also makes me think, like, I wish people who made these big Hollywood blockbusters, like, just really broadened their reach, in terms of who they listened to and who they added to movie soundtracks. And I can totally see, I've mentioned documentary, but I can totally see this being part of a film soundtrack. I love the artwork, and I don't want to ruin it for you, by saying too much because I want you to go and listen to my interview with Tasila Mwale on my podcast, because in it she really breaks down the why, the how it came about. And if you're like me, you know, when I listen to something, I always wonder what inspired the artist, what made them do this, why this particular sound, who did they work with, and all of that rich important detail. If you are a fan of music and you love music beyond the, oh yeah, it's a feel-good song and it makes me dance, and you want to get into the technicalities, not so much, but you know, at the base of being a fan or a lover of music content, I am personally very, very pleased that I came across this album. I'm not disappointed that I've spent time listening to it. I even asked my brother, the producer of Bulela podcast, I didn't ask him. I told him, you have to listen to Fabricated Stories. And you know that it's that good that I am telling people, you know, about it. And I'm telling you, as you know, I never come on here. I try not to come on here and talk about work that I don't like or I found lacking. I've done this once recently. It wasn't because I wanted to, but because there was an artist featuring on this song, and I had to listen. And then when I listened, I totally regretted it. But this was not the case for Fabricated Stories. And if you ask me, oh yeah, how did you come across it? Like I'm always tweeting or sharing content for my podcast, and I'm always on Twitter, I'm always on social media or Instagram. And you know, Tasila's work came onto my feed, and obviously you see the album cover art, and you know, the first thing, very quickly I went to my Apple Music. I was like, okay, Tasila Mwale, it popped up. I listened. Like I said, I put it on a loop. I was just listening to it because I like it. I love it that much. And I think now, post my interview with Tasila, I even love it more, because there's just so much depth. It's so layered. It isn't just like, yeah, boom, hi, I've got talent. I know people who write songs, or I can write songs. I know a beat producer, la-di-da-di-da, in and out of the studio. No, there is a lot of meaning to the production of this work, and I want you to take a moment to look in the description box of this reaction video or in the description box of this podcast episode, and I want you to click on the links with Tasila Mwale or Fabricated Stories, and I want you to go and stream. I want you to go and purchase. I want you to follow Tasila Mwale. I want you to listen to the album, and then I want you to come back and let's have a chat. You know, let's talk about what did you think? What did you feel? What did you sense? I'm epically moved. Really, it's so beautiful, and it deserves more streams, more purchases. You can buy it off Mbesesani. She in my interview with her, she specifically stated why it's on Mbesesani first before anywhere else, and you know, that's also very interesting and very important for you to listen to. So what is my rating of Tasila Mwale's album Fabricated Stories? It is, of course, without a doubt, you've heard all the flowing beautiful things I've said, and there is no no other no other thing to be said apart from it's a solid 10 out of 10. Kudos, Tasila, to you, to your team, everyone who works on this, all the time spent in putting this together. From Lazambiana Reacts, you get a solid 10 out of 10. Big kudos. And that's it. I'm gonna stop. I will catch you guys in my next reaction video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share it with everyone that you know, because the more people watch it, the more potential subscribers, and that is not a bad thing. Okay, I will catch you in the next reaction video. Bye.